Hello and welcome. So today in this video we'll be talking about the Advent of Cyber 2025 Day 20 challenge, which is all about race condition. So in this room we'll be talking about a very common bug that where multiple action happens at the exact same time, which confuses the server and causes some kind of problem. So the story is pretty simple. The TBFC company has a shop that launched a very limited edition product with only 10 in quantity. Now the problem is, as soon as the product was released, thousands of people tried to buy it at the same time, and more than 10 people have got order confirmation email. Somehow the system sold more twice than even existed. So let's say in this case we have 10 product and it sell more than 10. So how can this even happen? So we will be discussing all this in this challenge. Let's start the challenge, but before going to the task 2, we will start the attacker machine and target machine as well, and then we will also click here, and then now we can move to the task 2. So now we will discuss the race condition in task 2. What actually is racing? Think of it like, let's say we have a one slice of pizza, and now let's say both of these guys start running towards the pizza slice. Both of them see this slice at the same time and exactly reach at the same time as well. Now who will get the slice? Obviously whoever hands touch it first. But what would happen if both of these guys hand arrive at the exact same millisecond? It will cause confusion, Maybe the slice gets divided into two parts so that both can receive, or maybe one says I have got it and another says I have got it, so it will cause so much confusion. Now in technical terms, let's say we have one product and there are like two people. If both of them send their request for the checkout and to buy the product at the same millisecond, it will send the notification, it will send the confirmation to both of the customer. It is because the request was sent at the exact millisecond, and because of that the system inventory will go in negative because there are two person and the product is only one. Next, over here we have different type of race conditions. First we have the time of check to time to of use. In this we have like the system checks something, is this present or is this in stock or is this okay, and then after a very short time you act on that thing. Like let's say there is a product, first you check if there is a product in stock or no. If it says yes, and after some time but very short time you check it again to add it in cart and further proceed to buy. So what happened in that tiny gap? Someone else check out before you do. And then another is shared resources. So for example, you and your friend has shared a Google Docs, and you both tries to type something in the same cell at the same exact time. For example, you type 10 and your friend type 5. Now think about it, which one will save? Usually whoever finish it last, and the first one who finishes at first will disappear. And the third one is atomicity violation. So in this case atomicity means either it happens all at once or it does not happen at all, like all or nothing. So what happened in this, like, so if all the action does not happen all at once, so there could be some more action that can jump in between and mess things up. So the very simple example of this is like buying one toy should be all or nothing. What I mean by this is, if you want to buy the product, it will reduce the stock by one and create order, and it will happen in one single step. Either both of these steps will succeed, you get the toy and the stock will be one negative, or if both fails, nothing changes. Okay, so now that we have a little bit understanding of what we have discussed above, let's move to the next step. So in this step what we will be doing is to go to our attack box, and then we will open the Firefox. Let me actually open the attack box so that we can follow through. So what they are saying over here is that first we will open the Firefox, and then we will click on the Foxy Proxy extension. Okay, so the Firefox is now open. What we will do next is we will click on the Foxy Proxy icon, as you can see over here, and then we will select the Burp. as mentioned here. What we just did is, like, before selecting this, whatever the request we were sending from this browser would just send directly to the internet, and to, like, let's say we were requesting for website, it will just directly request for the website. Now when we click this, what happen is that when we enter anything over here, it will send the request to the Burp, and if we in the Burp suite, if we have an option called intercepted or something like that, it will ask for approval. If that is closed, the request over here from here will just proceed. If that is on in Burp suite, it will ask for the approval from the Burp suite. So after that, the request will further proceed. So if we just do any request from over here, it will send the request to Burp suite, and the request will be recorded, and after that it will be sent to the internet. And then let's say we were requesting for a website, and then we will get our website. I hope you understand this. Now what we will be doing next is to open the Burp suite. Actually, before opening it, I will give you a short explanation of it, what actually it is. Burp suite actually is something that records every request we send from our browser, and in this case we are using it because we want to capture every single request that was sent from our browser to anything, and we will then use that information for the further challenge. So over here, as you can see this icon, this is the Burp suite icon. We'll click on this, and then we can further do the steps. Let me click on this. As you can see, the Burp suite is now opening. We will wait for it. Okay, the Burp suite is now open. Let me maximize this so we can see it more clearly. Now what we will be doing next is we will be clicking on this. What this does is it does not store our session of the Burp suite, because we don't need to save it in this case. So we will just click over here, and then we will click on the next, and then after that we will click on the use Burp default. It will use the default setting. We don't need more advanced settings. This default setting will work for us in this case. And after that we will just click on the Burp start. We will wait a little, and then it will open the Burp suite for us. Okay, so this Burp suite is now open. We see a bunch of stuff on our screen. These are all tabs, like a mini tool inside the Burp suite. So before going next, what we need to do is to turn off the intercept. Remember what I told you earlier, the intercept mode. So let's turn off the intercept. For that we will go to the proxy tab, and then we will, as you can see over here, intercept is on. So we have connected the Burp suite to our browser Firefox. If we send any request, it will be captured over here on the Burp suite, and then we will get some option like to approve this action, to further proceed the action, or to manipulate the URL or something. But if we turn off this, it will just capture the data and stuff, that the request we were sending from our browser, and in the browser the request will just simply further proceed. So we don't need this. We will just turn off this. And after that, what we need to do is, we have covered all of these steps. What we'll be doing is to now go to this URL. This is where the shop is hosted at, and we have some credential giver that we will use to log into the shop. So let's copy this URL and paste it in the Firefox. Now what we will do is to use this credential to log into the shop. I'm just gonna copy these from here and paste it here. As you can see, we have successfully logged into the store. We are seeing here 3 products. One is sold out, this is not in stock, and we have 2 available products. So what we will be doing is we will try to buy this product just like a normal user, and to do that, let's add that in the cart. And now we can click on the view orders. Sorry, not view orders, but checkout. After clicking on the checkout, we see something like this. This is just to confirm and pay for the order so that we can receive it. Now we have selected the credit card method, and this is our address. Now let's click on the confirm and pay. As you can see over here, we have successfully placed the order. We will soon get our email. Now let's click on this and go back to the shop. The important thing here is to mention is that all of the requests we were sending from here, like from adding the product to cart and then going to check out and then confirming and everything, like from start to end, the Burp suite was listening to all these requests. Now we can just move to the Burp suite because the browser work is done. Let's open this. To see the result that we captured, we will click on this proxy tab as we have already in the proxy one, and then after that we will click on the HTTP history. As you can see over here, these are all the requests. In all of these we will be looking for the process checkout request, which is, let's find it out. Here as you can see we have found it. This is a post request. What post request mean is like sending information from my site to the server or to the website. Now as we find this request, what we will do next is we will right click on this, and then what we will do is to send to repeater. What we just did is we copy the same request, its header and body and everything in this request is. So now we need to go to the repeater tab, and then let's click over here on this. As you can see, this was the same request. After that, what we will do now is to go over here on this and right click on this, and then we can now click on the add tab to group, and then we will click on the create tab group, and we can name it something like, let's say we will give it a name cart, and then we will click on the create. So what we did is we have created a group, and now we will copy this same request 15 times or whatever time we want, and then this group or tab will help us to send all of these requests, which we will be copying in a minute at the exact same time. Yes, right. And now after that we will again right click on this request, which is one, and then we will go to the duplicate tab, and let's copy the same request 15 times. I write 15 here, and then let's click on the 15. Watch out here, it will be added here. See, it's added 15 times because the one was already there, and now we have duplicated the same request 15 times of its total 16. And after that, what we are going to do is, as we have duplicated the request 16 times, what we will do is to now send the request. But before sending, we have some concept over here in the sending part. So when we do normal request, what happens is that we will send the request, and we will also wait for the response from the server or the website. Once we get our response, we will then send this request, and same process for this. After receiving the response, we will then send this. So it's like one by one. But as you can see over here, we have something called parallel. What this does is it sends out all of these requests at the same time, at the same exact time. And in the brackets you can see the Last-Byte sync. This means that these requests sends in bytes. So the last byte of all these requests will be sent at the exact time to the website or the server, so the timing will be matched. So now we can just click on this, and see, we have selected the parallel one, and we can now click on this. We have successfully made 16 requests at the exact same millisecond to the website for that product to buy and check out. To confirm that, we will go to the Firefox and see exactly what just happened. Right here, as you can see, this just went unavailable and also -7. The same requests were like 16 times, and this just oversold. We have just exploited the race condition vulnerability or bug. And over here we can also see our flag, which we will use to complete the challenge. Let's copy this, and now we can move down, and let's paste this over here. And the second question we have over here, we will follow the exact same steps for this product. So I will be just doing it and recording the screen, but will not be speaking anymore. If there is some important part or step, I will just talk on that. You will just see the video. All right. Basically what I am doing over here is deleting the previous request, and now we will just duplicate the new request which is for the second product, not the exact previous one. Okay, now I am creating another group for this request. Another one was deleted. Now we have sent the request. Let's check out the website. Let's refresh the website, and as you can see, this is also oversold, and we have also got our flag. Let's copy this and paste it over here. See, that was also the correct one. Now we can also click on the check and the room will be over. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you understand all this, and I will see you in the next one.